Number 1. Listen to a principal making an announcement.
Next semester, we will be welcoming some exchange students from France. We want to provide each of them with a student guide from our school. The guides will show these exchange students around and answer any questions they may have. This will be a great way to make friends and to be helpful too. If you'd like to volunteer, please contact your teacher.
What is the purpose of the announcement? Number 2. Listen to a teacher talking to a class.
We want to know how many students will be taking the language courses offered next year. So, I will be giving you a form that asks you to indicate the language you plan to study. First, fill in your details at the top of the form. Then, choose a language from the list. When you are done, return the form to me.
What will the teacher probably do next? Number 3. Listen to a teacher talking to a class.
Don't forget that on Wednesday you will hand in your lab books. As I said before, your lab book should have all the experiments we did this term. It should also have summaries of those experiments. Make sure your name is on the inside cover. Your lab books will count for 25% of your final grade in this class.
What is the purpose of the announcement? Questions 4 through 7. Listen to a conversation between two friends at school.
Tamara, thank goodness you're here. I missed science class yesterday. Did Mr. Jones say anything about the final exam on Friday? I really need to do well on it, but I'm worried it will be really difficult.
I don't think it'll be that difficult, but it will include topics we've covered since the start of the semester.
The whole semester? Ugh, how are we supposed to know which topics are the most important to study?
Why don't you just look over the tests we've already had? A lot of the same questions will probably be on the final exam.
I threw all of those tests out. I never thought I'd need them again.
Well, Mr. Jones will be having a review session for the exam on Wednesday during lunch hour.
Lunch hour? But that's our free time. Why doesn't he just review for the exam during class?
He said he doesn't want to use class time to review for the exam. At least he is having a review session. A lot of other teachers aren't. Besides, if you really need to do well, then giving up one lunch hour isn't really a big deal, is it?
Now answer the questions. Number 3. What are the two students mainly discussing? Number 4. What does the boy imply when he says the whole semester? Number 5. According to the girl, why should the boy look over his previous science tests? Number 6. Why does the girl mention other teachers? Questions 8 through 11. Listen to a teacher talking in an art class.
Today I want to discuss Jean-François Millet, a French painter from the 1800s. He helped to start a form of art called realism. This form of art, realism, tries to show life as it really is. Millet's father was a poor farmer, and his family had very little money. So Millet understood how tough life could be for some people, and this understanding influenced his paintings. Millet grew up among farm workers, and these are the type of people he often painted. Millet wanted his paintings to show the difficult life of poor people at the time. Millet did not show happiness in the faces of the people he painted. In fact, he sometimes did not show their faces at all. Instead, he painted the village people working hard, just as he remembered them from his childhood. Nonetheless, Millet's paintings are not really sad or depressing. He wanted his paintings to show the beauty of poor people hard at work. He used wonderful skies and landscapes to help show this beauty. Perhaps his best-known painting is of three poor women picking up grain in a field. A beautiful sky is painted above and behind the women as they are working. The sky lights up their shoulders and the landscape behind them, giving a natural beauty to their work. Some people didn't like Millet's paintings of the poor because there wasn't much respect for poor people at the time. And rich people didn't like some of Millet's work because they felt there was no beauty in paintings of poor people. It wasn't until later in his life and after his death that Millet's work gained more popularity. In fact, Millet's work would later inspire many other artists, including Vincent van Gogh and Claude Monet.
Now answer the questions. Number 8. What is the teacher mainly discussing? Number 9. How did Millet show the beauty of workers in his paintings? Number 10. Why did some people not like Millet's paintings? Number 11. Why does the teacher mention Vincent van Gogh?